All right, looks like I'm live. Check, check, 1, 2. Mic check, check, check. Let's see if anybody's gonna join me here. I'm gonna do a quick sound check.
Check 1, 2. Mic check.
All right, looks good. Sounds good. I know it's early, guys, but I'm in between shifts. Figured I'd get this one in before I head back in. Pretty busy, but we got to get this one in because this fight is on a Thursday, man, the 7th. Now I've heard the times. I'm not sure who's watching out there, but whoever is watching, if you know what time the fight will be on Pacific time, put it in the chat. I heard some people saying 5 a.m. Now I don't know where these people were located, so that might get a little might be a little different in my time zone. But if it's 5 a.m., might be able to check it out because I don't leave to work until about 6. So there's a good possibility that I'll be able to watch this fight live. If not, I could always go back and watch it um, on the zone. That's one good thing about the zone is that you could go back and watch the fight if you miss it. Um, but yeah, man, this fight is coming up on a Thursday morning. I'm gonna assume since it's over in Japan, and hey, man, I'll take it, man. I love boxing in the in the middle of the week, man. I love that. Um, but you guys see the title, you see the banner, all right? And hopefully I'm not gonna butcher this guy's first name, but it looks like it's Naoya Inoue versus Nonito Donaire for the I believe they're doing the super tournament down there in the bantamweight division. This is the final, and I think that this is gonna be um one of those fights where anything could happen, man. Just being honest with you, that's what I think, man. I know that some of you think that I'm crazy for saying that, but I think that this is a fight where anything can happen, man. Do I have a pick? Absolutely. I think I have a pretty solid pick, but again, I'm gonna say it one more time. I think anything can happen in this fight, man, because you got two guys with tremendous pop uh, in this division. So, anything can happen. I know I keep saying that, but that's what it is to me. Um, I'm gonna start off with these records here. I'm gonna go. Let me check this out real quick. Inoue, the monster. Inoue is 18-0 with 16 knockouts. They call him the monster. I guess that's why they call him the monster because of his record. And then we got Nonito Donaire, who is his record 40 wins, 5 losses, 1 by stoppage, and 26 KOs. He is getting up there in age. He is 36. Um, he's 5'7.5", 68-inch reach, and he is an orthodox fighter. And I forgot to give you guys the numbers on Inoue. My mistake. Inoue is 26, 5'5", 67.5-inch reach, and he is an orthodox fighter as well. So, see, I got a few people here. What's going on, guys? You can't see. Oh man, the pretty face. Sorry, man. Not gonna happen today. What time will this fight be here? Oh man, I don't know, man. I'm asking the question myself, Joe Lopez. Um, I really need to know because we got a day before it comes on. Now I heard somebody say 5 a.m., but I don't know where that person was that was making the video. I don't know what time zone they were in, but I'm in the Pacific time zone just like you. So um, I'm gonna I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to find out as quickly as I can, and I'm gonna just break this thing down best I can. And I think it's a pretty easy fight to break down. So here's what I'm gonna do. All right. Oh, I think we got it. Let's see. Eastern time, AJ 10, the fact checker. So that means, yeah, 2 a.m. here on the West. Wow. Man, I'm gonna be knocked out cold when this fight is on. So I'm gonna have to wake up and watch it 5 a.m. before I go to work. So, with that said, all right, here's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna break down Inoue first. I think he's pretty black and white. Uh, his name, the monster. Yes, he is a monster offensively. He's got power in both hands, quick hands, and he's very compact with his shots, from what I've seen. And that's something that I really like in fighters, man. Guys that are real short with their shots. They get there to the target a lot quicker. And the shorter they are, sometimes your opponent won't see him, which I think has a reason why he's had so many knockouts, on his record. Same can kind of be said with Donaire, except Donaire is to me, he's more of a left-handed guy. Although I must say, I'm going to say this: watching a few of his fights, his last couple fights, and one of his fights at 126 when he fought, I believe it was Carl Frampton. Just let me double check that before I say for sure. But I do think he did. I do think he was in there. Yes, he was in there with Frampton. He lost that via unanimous decision. But one thing I noticed in that fight was that his right hand improved for sure from watching that fight. He did land some good right hands, and that's something that he really wasn't doing early in his career when he was considered top 3 pound for pound by some of these guys. And Inoue is now sitting in that position himself, as people are considering him to be a top 3 pound for pound guy. I don't consider him that, but for most people they are. But with Donaire, we all know that he's, they call him the Filipino Flash because he's still fast. And that left hook, man, that thing lands. It lands hard, man, and it puts people to bed. You know what I'm saying? He's a very good counterpuncher as well. Now, some of the problems that I have with Donaire, and this has always been a problem with Donaire that I've had, is the guy is he's just cannot. His defense is terrible. I'm just gonna say it. He's got that Swiss cheese defense, plenty of holes everywhere. You can hit this guy pretty easily. When he was at 122 and he was considered the top 3 guy, or a top 3 pound for pound guy, that's one thing that I kept saying to people about this guy is that, man, he gets hit too much, for my liking. Now he was able to take them shots and he was able to get guys out of there with his power, but eventually that's going to catch up to you. Now he moved up 2 weight classes. I think he had originally started around like 118 or something. Moved up a couple weight classes. The only time he's been stopped is against the Axeman, Nicholas Walters, at 126. So, he's shown a very good chin up to this point. And, he better have a damn good chin with the kind of defense that he has. That defense is, like I said, it's Swiss cheese. Another knock that I have with Donaire is that he doesn't let his hands go. That's another problem that I have. He doesn't really like to throw shots to the body, but I think he's going to have to start doing some of that in this fight. I did see him, like I said, I did see him start to add right hands into the mix recently, which is good because I think he's going to need to hit Inoue with both hands in this fight. And but he's going to have to tighten that defense up, man. I seen an interview with him. Seems really confident. Says he's got a nice game plan, good strategy going in. I like what I hear, I like what I see. But again, that's just training. We see guys that look great in training, and next thing you know, they get in there and they stink it up. As for Inoue, okay, I already mentioned they call him the monster. He's got 18 fights, 16 KOs, power in both hands, short, compact shots. But again, the same thing, one of the same things that I said about Donaire is I'm going to say the same thing about Inoue here, all right? This guy's got Swiss cheese defense, man, okay? He gets hit a lot. Now, he's been able to take those shots and get guys out of there, okay? To this point, he's shown a very good chin. But I'm telling you right now, guys, I'm looking at this guy's the guys who he's been in there with. I mean, again, not seeing much power, from these guys. Don't think he had much to worry about this far in his career. But I'm gonna tell you this: with Donaire and that left hook, he better be worried about that left hook. If he thinks he's just gonna go in there and eat them left hooks like Tic Tacs, I think he's got another thing coming, man. I really do. And one thing I remember when I first seen this guy, I believe he fought on the undercard of the Chocolatito and what's the guy's name? Sorong V side, the rematch that they had. I think that he fought on that undercard, and that was the first time he was on American soil, on American TV. He fought this dude named Nivnez, right? Now they were saying, I don't know if this is true still, but at that time when this fight happened, Lampley and Kellerman, these guys were saying that this dude was a full-time banker, and he does boxing on the side because he just enjoys it. Now this guy who's a part-time boxer at the time, right, was able to land punches like crazy on Inoue. AJ Ten says, what happened to the X-Man? He disappeared. Joshua Cloudy style. Absolutely he did. But that's what they said, man. He did boxing on the side, and that he's a full-time banker, and that he didn't want to quit his job because he's good at it. I guess he makes a lot of money, and he doesn't have to get punched in the face, But I know he's still active, but that was what they said. I'm just going off their word. Now I'm thinking to myself, if a guy who's a part-time boxer or a boxer on the side, right? They threw him in there with Inoue because, again, they want to make him look good. It's his first fight on U.S. soil. But this guy was able to land, I'm telling you, he was throwing lead right hands at Inoue. Now, don't get me wrong, Inoue was busting him up and was, beating him up, and he ended up stopping him. But if you're getting hit with lead right hands from a guy who doesn't even fight, like that's not even his life, his livelihood, you know what I'm saying? That's a problem defensively, man. I'm just gonna say it. And I don't care who gets offended. I know that Inoue's got some hardcore fans out there, but you know what? This guy gets hit too damn much. Right now, from what I've seen, he gets hit too damn much. And that's something I think is going to be a problem in this fight, man, because like I said, the guys he's been in there with, I don't think he's had to worry about shit to this point. He's going to have to worry against Donaire, man, because, again, Donaire is still fast. He's still a very good counterpuncher. Now, we saw what he did to that one dude when he landed that left hook recently. Knocked him cold out. Now you're like, well, that's not Inoue. Yes, I understand that. But the point is, that left hand still does damage to people, man. It does. And I'm very curious to see how he's going to handle that. Because I believe Donaire is going to be able to land that left hook on Inoue. I really do. Matter of fact, I can guarantee it. He's going to land that left hook on him. And we're going to see if he's truly a monster. He's able to take that and walk through it and get Donaire out of there, then he is truly a monster to me. I'll give it to him then. But we know Donaire can take shots. We know he's got a good chin. We know that. And, the thing is, again, I need to see if Inoue can take these shots. Okay, to me, he's the question mark here. The only question I have with Donaire is if he's still got it, and I think I don't know if he's not the same fighter he was back when he was considered to be a top 3 guy, but I think he's still good enough to compete. Obviously, look, he's made it to the finals in this tournament. I know a few things happened. One guy pulled out, but for me, the question is, can Inoue take Donaire's power? We know that Donaire can take shots, man. We know that for a fact. We do. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick Inoue to win this fight by a 12-round decision. The fight is in Japan, his home country. I don't see Donaire winning a decision there. Even if let's just say he goes in there and outboxes this guy. I mean, I don't see him winning a decision in his homeland. Um, but I'm telling you guys right now, man, I'm not trying to double predict. But man, I got a feeling I'm gonna be wrong about this one, man. I just have a feeling that if Donaire is able to land that left hook, he might do some damage on Inoue. You know, but I'm gonna pick him to win. I'm gonna pick Inoue to win by decision, 12 rounds. Um, yeah, Donaire, he's I think that if I think he understands, and that's why I think it's going to be a little bit competitive because I think he understands that this is his last stand, his last ride to make himself some money and to stay in the sport to show that he is still relevant. I think he is going to train his ass off, and I think he's going to go in there and fight his ass off. It's just whether he's willing to come outside of himself and let his hands go more, and that could be a dangerous thing against Inoue because he's showing so much power. When you let your hands go like that, you open yourself up to get hit with shots. And that goes for anybody, not just Donaire. That goes for anybody in boxing. So that's who I'm picking. I got a few minutes here, guys. So I'm gonna see. I know there's a few people in here. Let me know who you guys are picking. I'm gonna read some of these comments here. What do we got? AJ Tan says some people consider Inoue the best pound for pound guy. I don't see it. I agree. Don't see it. 2 a.m. West Coast. I will catch the replay. Yep. Same for me, man. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get up a little extra early, maybe like 4:30 before I go to work. Check it out. If it ends early, maybe I'll hop on and do an early morning post fight. We'll see. AJ, what happened to the X-Men? Oh, yeah, I read that one already. Boxing on the side. That's what they said, man. That's what they said. It says Antonio Nivnez has an active linking profile as a banker / boxer. Hey, this banker was able to land lead right hands on Inoue regularly. Very easily he was hitting him with shots. Some people might say, well, G-Funk, maybe he didn't hurt him and Inoue was just, letting him hit him. I mean, honestly, I don't believe that, guys. Let other people hit him in the face. The only time I've seen that was a few times. I remember, of course, Ricardo Mayorga used to do that. And I remember there was a heavyweight named Clay Bay who was in a fight with somebody. I remember watching it. He just literally dropped his hands in front of his opponent, and the guy hit him with like a 3-4 punch combination. The referee stepped in and told him, look, hey, man, don't do that or I'm going to stop the fight, And he told the ref, like, well, I'm all right. He goes, I understand you're all right, but don't be dropping your hands and let this guy hit you in the face. I'm going to stop the fight. So, I mean, other than those 2 times, I just don't think that guys allow other guys to hit him in the face like that, especially with lead right hands. Like, if you're going to showcase your skills, like, you should be able to block a lead right hand, especially from a guy who's a / banker / boxer, Donaire only shot is a KO. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I don't see him winning a decision, especially in Japan. Inoue by decision. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. There it is. There, he did the same thing with Vernon Forrest. Not in the first fight, but the second fight, the rematch that they had. He just dropped his hands right in front of him and said, "Come on, hit me." Vernon hit him with a jab right hand, and then he told him hit him again. And he hit him with another jab right hand, and he just laughed at him. So, those are the only times I ever recall guys letting other guys hit him in the face. I don't think that Inoue does that. I just think that he's just bad defensively, man. I really do. Let's see. James Thao says the fight starts 2 a.m. in California. Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's all I'm going to say to that one. But I am excited that it's on, man. This is a fight that I've really been looking forward to, man, because like I stated in the beginning, anything could happen in this fight, I think, man. Both guys have tremendous power, and I think that they both got the kind of power that could put the lights out. So when you have 2 guys that can crack the way that these 2 can crack, I think you're going to see some fireworks, man. I really do. But I'm gonna have to, gonna have to roll with the Inoue by decision. Um, because I just honestly, I mean, I want to pick Donaire so bad because I do think he can hurt him. I do think he's gonna land that left hook, but man, it's hard because he just does not let his hands go. Um, but his right hand has improved. I mean, I'll give him that, but he just does not let the hands go like I think he should. Let's see. We got Inoue by knockout. If he lands first or Donaire lands first or Donaire KO with a counter. Don't think it goes a distance. Whoa, man. Yeah, you know what? That could happen, man. Um, yeah, if Donaire, man, I'm telling you, man, if he could land that left hook, man, could surprise some people. You know what I'm saying? Could surprise some people. We got another one. AJ10 here says, the zone will delay the fight. We won't show the fight until G Funk gets up. Ha 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 ha. Boy, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Who knows who they're gonna make an exception for next, That's good stuff, man. Oh, but you know what, guys? I'm gonna cut this thing here, man. I know it's early, earlier than usual, but I had a little bit of spare time right now, so I figured I'd get this prediction in for this fight coming up. Make sure you guys smash the like. If you're not subscribed to me, subscribe. If you stumble across this video after I cut the live, subscribe, hit the like button. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comment section. And that's it, man. Don't forget, I'll be on D-Style Show. We'll be live Wednesday, 7 Pacific time. Make sure you tune in to that. It's going to be a good show. We probably end up talking about this fight again. And, we'll give our thoughts on it, man. But that's my prediction right now for this fight. G Funk is taking Inoue by decision. I think I got one more comment in here. Let me see. I think it's not showing up, but it's telling me there's a comment. Sometimes the internet, man, can't always trust the internet. You know what I'm saying? Always doing something weird. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, man. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Oh, here it is. Let's see what it says. Inoue is 10-1 favorite. Good odds if you believe in Donaire. Definitely good odds there, man. It's a long shot though, man, because I'm really counting on if you're betting Donaire for knockout or to just win, like he's not gonna win on points. But he's just gotta land that left, and I think he is gonna land it, but again, it all depends on if Inoue can take it, does he have a good enough chin to take that shot from Donaire? That's the real issue with taking that bet, man. But yeah, man, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. And that's it, man. Taking Inoue by decision. So thanks for joining. This is G Funk. I'm out.